Hello, this is Smizlaw the Slayer, and I am going to do a live Blitz chess commentated Blitz live chess game. I think that was my best intro yet. So, um, I'm not sure what the name of this opening is, but it's fairly common on the free internet chess server, which is, by the way, where I play all my games. It's just a weird opening, and it's not very good. It's kind of a passive thing, but I mean this works well in Blitz games because, especially on the internet, people are really aggressive, and I mean people just start pushing their pawns, just trying to make a kind of ridiculous attacks and sacrifices. So a lot of times, just sitting back and kind of relaxing is actually a pretty good strategy on these types of servers. But hopefully, I'm not overly aggressive this game. Um, My basic plan in these positions is actually a lot of times I do just castle queenside and push my pawns. So I don't know, maybe we could try to do something different this game. C5 is, I mean, this opening is it's like not good, but it does have it's like very frustrating because you want to get an advantage, but it's just not really easy to get an advantage. Um, that might have been a little blunder here. I mean, he's gonna have to move his queen back though. So even though my queen's not well placed here, he'll have to move his queen back. Though I didn't actually see that move, so my tactical sense, is not tingling properly. Um, yeah, it's just hard to get an advantage against this, and you want to when white plays something like subpar, like clearly subpar, you just want to get an advantage. But it's not always. I mean, sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes white plays something like this, and it's just equality. Like, and I mean, it's a. Well, okay, there my just blundered a pawn here, so that's not ideal. Castle, kingside. Yep. See now, well, I've got rook f to b8. It's not the end of the world. It's just somewhat frustrating. Let me go back a second. It's just frustrating when you miss like. Well, okay, see now, I guess he's not blundering a pawn because he gets the c pawn, but quite frankly, I would. That's fine for me to trade this pawn for this pawn. Plus, he's gonna lose that pawn now, so he returned the favor. That's very kind of him. Okay. Thinking maybe knight g4, g3, queen d6. I'm not sure if that's really worth it. I mean, it does weaken his king side, but I'm not sure if that weakness is even a weakness. I mean, it also gives him a spot to move his king, so he doesn't have to worry about back rank checks. Yeah, I'm just gonna play king d6, or sorry, queen d6, then probably rook f to b8 next. And I mean, the knight might be better on e4 anyway, rather than try to do. Plus, I guess the tactic's still there, so if I ever want to, now I actually win this pawn, and that's gonna be pretty good for me because the queen actually in the 7th rank isn't. A lot of times it's not that good because she just gets harassed, as like just you can see right now. The rook on the 7th rank is usually pretty good. I mean, I guess he can just play rook f to b8, b1. I always get the numbers confused a lot of times when I'm playing. 8 for me is the opposite side of the board. That was kind of suspect. I probably should have just taken the pawn. Yep. Oh well. I don't think he can actually defend the pawn, so. Whoa. Whoa. I guess the mouse. My mouse is getting frustrated with my poor play. That's alright. My mouse wants to attack in the king side clearly, so maybe we'll get to that eventually. This is sort of a tough move. I'm gonna go ahead and play this with the idea of pushing the knight off the e4 square, and I'll play knight e4, and yeah, that should work pretty well. And the rook can go to d2 then, or yep, see right here, rook goes to d2. It does have rook b7, but rook I guess rook yeah, see, he should have played f3 instead. Oh wow, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I guess the idea of pushing the pawn to a6, you are become pretty powerful actually. And now I'm wondering what I should do about that. It's not at all clear. I could also try to Now there's still a back rank mate here, because the knight is going to be on this square. So here, if he plays rook a3, that's actually a terrible blunder, because I'll play rook to e1 mate. Okay. Yeah, I probably should have noticed that. That's okay, we'll go here. And now, okay, so I win the piece. Now I'll play rook to, now I just mate him, I think. Somehow. Knight and 2 rooks, it's pretty hard not to mate your opponent. Yeah, if he goes here, I have knight to g, okay. Actually, I just have that right now. Alright, so, good game. I think my opponent is a little low rated, so he had his places where he could have made better moves. Kind of let me get away with some bad moves, but kind of a normally interesting blitz game with a few pawn blunders back and forth, and then a few interesting ideas in this endgame. This endgame's kind of neat. Actually, yeah, this endgame's pretty interesting. Right here, I think black has a definite advantage, but it's very difficult, sort of. It's not a good advantage. So that's, I mean, I think I played it all in all pretty well. We're trying to get the e4 square here, and then attacking the f2 pawn. And I guess actually the a2 pawn was under fire here a little bit too. I didn't notice that, but if he plays f3, I can play knight c3, forking the rook and the a2 pawn. And then with that move, I get to defend my f-pawn and take his f-pawn. And then, I mean, here he just blunders. But I think with the rook going to f2, actually, it would be pretty dangerous for him anyhow. So, like if he played knight e5 here and then rook f2, and then he doesn't really have a good way of defending g2, and the mate's gonna just... There's going to be a lot of mate threats he has to deal with that I'm not sure if he'll be able to. So, alright. Thanks for watching.